Okay, here's the thing. In 2024, I think my word for the year now is expect the unexpected. Mm-hmm. So I'm pregnant. Oh, wait, our hats.
Oh.
Our hats.
Hat cam. Cute.
If you are listening to this and you're not watching it on YouTube, we have 2 hats that we just turned around. Mine says Mom Club in my best era.
So cute. And mine says Gunkle for gay uncle because Samantha's pregnant.
I feel like we're playing an April Fool's joke.
It's really weird. So obviously this episode, you're going to have the stage. Like nothing's going to be about me until you say I can speak. Okay. But obviously you're going to be announcing everything on Monday, the 12th, right?
Yeah.
So nobody knows yet.
Yeah.
But this is the first time you're talking to them about it. Like you haven't made any other posts yet because the podcast needs to be edited way more in advance than an Instagram post. So we don't know what to say.
Yeah. I've been filming like in the moment for things like since I found out, but I haven't just like real time sat and talked about it.
Right.
Because like I've been filming stuff for weeks knowing that no one's going to see this for months and months.
And that is so like you're a very like impulsive influencer where like if you film something you have to post it. Mm-hmm. So that's probably so hard for you. But
I'm already taking the hat off.
I mean,
but it's cute. It'll be a prop.
I will oh, that is cute. I will help guide you, I guess. Cause
honestly, I don't even know what to say. I do know that a lot of you at home either think I'm kidding, which I thought I was kidding too. Like I thought the tests were lying. But also a lot of you guys might giggle because the amount of videos I have been sent over the past 8 months of people talking about people getting pregnant on Ozempic.
I heard it makes you more fertile.
No, it just it helps your like insulin and your blood sugar and whatnot. And that's a big cause of PCOS.
Right.
So it's healing. Oh my God. The acid reflux has set in.
We thought Sam was sick a lot before.
Oh, it's been bad. Wait, what was I saying before that?
You were saying the PCO,
it helps heal your reproductive system and starts working again, aka you can get pregnant. So aka the same stuff you've been doing for 4 years, you probably shouldn't do anymore unless you want to have a baby.
Look how cute.
You can see their little butt.
We're not saying the gender.
No,
yet.
I do know at this point in time the
Does
gender.
It say it on there?
No.
Okay, perfect.
Because like technically you're not even supposed to be able to find out. I got this scan at 10 weeks. They just were able to tell. So I don't know if you guys remember my trip to Cabo. The entire time I was in Cabo, I was so tired and like I could not hang. Jenica and Annika had like the best itinerary ever, but it did start at like 5 a.m. and go till like 2 a.m.
I'm like, oh yeah, Cabo, the beer chugging contest.
Yes, that's the one. I was supposed to get my period the day I left for Cabo, so June 17th. Mm-hmm. And as someone with PCOS, I don't think much of it if I don't get my period on that day. Like it's all over the place. Losing weight, it has gotten a lot more regular, but not enough to where like if I'm a day late, I freak out. I leave for Cabo, my period doesn't come. While I'm in Cabo, I was having cramps and I was really tired. But I'm somebody who I cramp the week before my period. Mm-hmm. So it was normal for me to have period cramps. And I was like, oh, my period is going to come in a week and it'll be normal, whatever. Did not think anything about being tired. But when I tell you I was tired, like I could not keep my eyes open.
Well, that's why you fell asleep in the taxi, probably.
Yes. Oh, yes. That's probably why I fell asleep in the taxi.
That
not
all
because
makes sense
he was
now. You were
drugging
not
me.
drugged.
No, I was pregnant.
Yeah. Also, you should probably put that protein shake up there or drink it because you're about to turn it into hot cocoa.
Oh, that's true. I had to bring a protein shake for us because we're filming this at night. And anytime after 3 p.m., I get really nauseous. Morning sickness is a lie. It's nighttime sickness. Well, for me, it's kind of anytime I don't eat for 2 hours. Going through Cabo, like I said, I didn't suspect anything. I either thought I was getting sick or I genuinely was being mean to myself because I was like, I just am old. I can't hang anymore. When I was blowing up Annika's balloons, some of them that were like the letter ones came with like a little straw that you poke in the bottom to blow it up with. And I was gagging on it so bad, like I was about to vomit. Didn't know that that was a pregnancy symptom at the time.
Like blowing up
gagging.
balloons? Oh.
Yes. No, I can't brush my teeth anymore. I do, but it's the most miserable 2 minutes of my life.
Okay.
I just want to throw up the whole time. So that straw, putting it in my mouth, was enough to make me like have to throw up.
Right.
I didn't know at that time that that was because I was pregnant. And then I came home from Cabo, exhausted still had the cramping. My period still hadn't come. And so I don't know how many days it was after we got back, but I said, Gerald, can we go to Target? I want to pick up ovulation strips because I was wearing an Oura ring, and that helps you track your ovulation so you can do natural cycles instead of having birth control. I wanted to start testing my ovulation so it would be really, really, like it would just help it out, help it be more accurate. You pee on a stick every day, and then it tells you if you're ovulating or not. And so then when I went to go grab the bag of those, which by the way, they only sell in bags like this big, like massive packs of ovulation strips, I was like, well, I should probably get a test because I haven't got my period yet. I just want to be responsible. I've taken so many pregnancy tests.
And you always, like throughout our friendship, you're always like, I may be pregnant.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's like whatever.
And funny thing is, for some reason, the month that, so I found out at the end of June, that whole month, me and you wouldn't shut up about, imagine if you're pregnant.
Okay, wait, I was going to get there a little later because I did.
No, we manifested that, I think.
I spent the whole month of June being like, you better not have kids soon. You better not have kids
No,
soon.
for
Like,
sure.
I need all your attention.
When I saw the positive test, first of all, I knew my life was going to change. Second of all, I was like, Andrew's going to fucking kill me.
But I would never.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Because we had just had the conversation about how, like, all of your friends, because that happens in life, people start having kids and then it's just like they don't have as much time.
I have a TikTok that like I've been waiting to make, and it's like all like things that make me irrationally mad. Like all irrational things that make me mad. And one of them is my friends and family members having babies without asking me first. Yeah. Like I get mad.
Yeah.
But obviously
my uterus didn't ask me, to be fair. Right. It didn't like get permission.
It was obviously kidding. So like I'm texting you like it's not like you're trying for a baby and I'm you better not. Like it was very funny. Yeah. Everyone. It was very like funny conversations.
It was.
And I was like, you better not. I need all your attention. Yeah. Like I don't want to share my attention with the kid. 2 weeks later.
No, yeah. The whole situation around it was just very not ideal for me. Like I was like scared, obviously, because it's scary to find out you're pregnant. Like I feel like you mourn like your whole life a little bit. Yeah. And then also like the circumstances and like how much pain I was in. Like I didn't know if everything was okay. And I also like wasn't trying to get pregnant. Now I'm an adult. Okay. I know how you get pregnant. Okay.
The stork.
Yeah. The stork. Exactly. People really believe that.
I think like children.
I'm going to lie to my kid.
You're not going to say how it happens?
Oh, no. I mean, when they're of an appropriate age, I will. But I am going to tell them that, like, close your kids' ears. I'm going to lie to them about the big man in the red suit. I'm going to do all the lies.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But people are, like, against that now.
Oh, fuck those people.
No, that's so magical. The best parts of life were that.
Yes.
And I'm going to be the best at it.
And I found out way too soon.
I found out too soon, too.
You were in 6th grade.
No, I was a sophomore in high school.
No, we went over this. That's so much worse.
I think I was just in denial.
That's
honestly.
So good, though.
No, it was great. And every Christmas since then has not been great. And I will say, I've always said, like, I cannot wait. Like, one of the reasons I'm excited to have a kid is to be able to create that everyone says, like, the magic goes away, but then there's a new magic that comes, like, creating that for your kid. And, like, seeing how excited they are, like, brings the fun and magic back to Christmas.
I found out about that he wasn't real when you were born, right? Because I was in 3rd grade. I was 6, probably 7. I guess.
And
7
what year were you born?
7 or 8. I was born in 92. So I was in 3rd grade. I was probably like 8. So I found out like you were like 2 when I found out.
I was born in the end of 98. So my brain doesn't work anymore. Yeah. Okay. It never really has, but I've been fighting the like pregnancy brain excuse because I'm not going to sit here and blame everything on being pregnant. But as someone who already had a dim brain,
same. It's
struggling to flicker these days.
I get it. I mean, I get it. I'm not pregnant. Anyway.
We had bought pregnancy tests at Target. And then we decided to go out to get some lunch. And I put one of them in my purse just in case I had to pee. Yeah. I don't know why. I will say, I kind of regret taking the test in like there was hard rock music playing in the background. It was like a tavern. I went into the bathroom. I've taken, you guys, so many pregnancy tests because I've always said I want to be responsible. If I'm pregnant, I want to know because like there's no good in not knowing something. Yeah. So I've always been really responsible about taking them, especially as somebody who doesn't get their period consistently. It's normal for me to miss a whole month. So I will take one just to make sure. And I had taken one right before Cabo. It was negative. I go to take this test in the bathroom right after we get done eating. Gerald went to the truck. I said, I'll be out there in a second. And I took it. And I was recording because every time I take one, I also record it because you, I guess, never fucking know. And I was messing around. I was filming a little, like a clip for YouTube, and you could see it like sitting face down on the toilet paper dispenser. And I'm like dancing around, like not realizing that is
Could you see it in the camera already?
No,
okay.
It was upside down on the other side of the stall. And then I switched to film for TikTok and I picked it up and I was like, you guys look first. And I'm like showing it. And then I turn it around and I get like the slightest glimpse and you just see me drop the test.
So what is it? It
just said pregnant. I didn't fuck around. I took one of the ones that was either going to say not pregnant.
So is it like
pregnant.
2 lines or 1 line? Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah. I have taken a lot of those since, but I started just with the good old, make it clear to me. I don't want to have to guess and be like, is that a line?
So it just said pregnant.
Yep. And I dropped it and then I picked it up and the camera was on my face at that point and I'm just like staring in the mirror at myself being like,
you did this.
What do you mean? And then I walked out to the car. It was raining. I said, Gerald, and he goes, you're pregnant. I'm like, I think so. And I went into like complete shock for at least 24 hours.
Yeah.
But my concern here was the pain that I was experiencing. I have known my sister to be pregnant. I have known every single one of my friends at this point, almost, has had babies. None of them have ever told me that that excruciating pain in the beginning is normal. Cramping is normal. I did not know that either. Because like to me, I always associated like cramping when someone's pregnant with like a miscarriage. Yeah. But this was not like that. This wasn't like period cramps that I'd felt before. In the very beginning, it was like heavy, intense cramps. And I'm someone who has dealt with bad period cramps, having PCOS, having big cysts. Like I've had cyst rupture. This was a pain that like, it was scaring me. And so we went to a couple of different urgent cares. I was calling OB offices. Nobody could get us in. And eventually one of the urgent cares was just like, go to the ER. Like, they'll be able to help you more. We can't do a blood test. It's like to confirm the pregnancy, whatever. And so I said, okay. So we went to the ER. They looked at me like I was cuckoo, batshit banana nuts for being pregnant. I mean, I've never been pregnant before. I don't know how this works.
Oh, so like you went to the ER and just said, I'm pregnant?
Well, no, I said I'm having extreme pain.
Got it.
I've had a lot of positive pregnancy tests. I don't know if I've never been pregnant before. I don't think this is normal. They were just really dead. It's like they didn't really care. But like they definitely, the vibe was, this bitch is really going to pay for an ER visit because she's pregnant. But like I didn't know. So who cares? I know. And so I went in there. They took a blood test. And then they ordered like an ultrasound. But at that point, because I would have only been like barely 5 weeks pregnant, they can't do an ultrasound through your belly. They have to literally stick it up your hoo-ha, like a big old wand. I go in there, they get the blood. The blood test comes back before I get my ultrasound. The actual doctor comes in and she's like, so you're here with some like abdominal pain. You think you're pregnant? I was like, yeah, like I think I'm pregnant. I've had positive pregnancy tests. And she goes, oh no, you're definitely pregnant.
I found when you told me.
What date was it?
It was June 24th.
Okay. I found out on the 22nd.
And yeah, I feel bad the way I found out. Because like it wasn't like a
cutesy. I have cute videos of me telling everybody that like I'll be up on YouTube and TikTok and stuff.
I'm the only one who.
Yeah, I don't have a video of you.
Was I the first?
I think so. Because I didn't tell my mom until quite a bit in. Okay, yeah, so I'm in this ER because you guys, I've been like, I was like not well. She takes my blood. She's like, okay, yes, you're definitely pregnant. Like she's letting me know that it's not like a maybe. I was barely 5 weeks, and my HCG at that point was like 12,000, which apparently is more than normal for that time frame. So then I had said like, well, what does that mean? And she was like, well, like HCG can vary a lot for person to person, but like it can mean a lot of things, like multiple. And I said, what?
Imagine you were just having like AKs, like Octomom.
No.
I would say, Sam, some of them gotta go.
What happened? Yeah, what I don't know.
Give me some.
What do they do in that case?
I seriously would take 2.
I don't know anything about like multiple pregnancies and stuff. I've heard of people having like triplets, even like quadruplets. But I know how high risk and dangerous that is for mom and babies. But like once it gets to become more than that, like is that even safe to carry? Or like do they recommend you like terminate some of them?
The moms who have like 4 or 8 baby, their stomachs look crazy.
Yes. I mean, I've pre-stretched mine.
Yeah.
So if there's one thing I'm not having to worry about, it's like as long as I don't gain 3,000 pounds, my post body isn't going to look much different because she's already stretched out. Ultrasound person comes in, takes me back to get this ultrasound. She was digging in my coochie with a big wand. And mind you, before she put it in, she goes, this is just the beginning.
She's like, you're watching Disney Channel.
Yes. Honestly, it felt like that. And I get that at that point, the baby is so small, it doesn't have a heartbeat yet. So they can't tell you if it's alive. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing to see because it's just a sac. And she was trying to make sure that it was not ectopic. That was the big, like, because I was in so much pain, that can mean that it's not in the right spot. And she was trying to find the heartbeat in my heartbeat in my ovaries.
Right.
Because if they can't find the heartbeat, then that could mean that like it's in your fallopian tube and that's blocking blood flow to your ovary, so you're not having a heartbeat in your ovary. She could not find them for the longest time. And when I'm digging, oh my God, it was so painful. I had to pee so bad. And like she's just like pushing all over your bladder. No. Eventually,
you know, I get queasy.
Yeah, she doesn't say. She can't say anything. The doctor has to say it. So then she pulls me back into the room. Mind you, they didn't even.
You have to wait for the doctor to tell you they're not allowed to. I would be like, tell
no,
me.
I know. Yeah, they're not allowed to though.
Oh my God.
But didn't even give me like a wipe to wipe the gel and shit. So I was just sitting there with like wet. Like it was just disgusting. It was so gross. I felt disgust. Like ugh. I go back to Gerald in the room and we're just sitting there. Eventually, the doctor comes in like an hour later and is like, "It's in your uterus, in the right spot." She's like, "I can't tell you if it's progressing until you go get another blood test to see if like your HCG is doubling because there's no heartbeat yet." So she's like, me saying no heartbeat shouldn't scare. I'm not saying that to scare you, but like, no babies have heartbeats yet at that point, or at least not detectable ones or whatever. She essentially just told me that pain was normal, and good luck.
Bye.
And sent me out the door.
Okay, so in that time, I got this picture.
Yeah.
Okay. So
insert picture.
Sam is the queen of not answering.
Yeah.
Or like you'll like send like 10 questions and then she'll just say like she'll send you a TikTok. Like an unrelated TikTok, not answer any of your questions. We were talking about something and then she didn't answer for a while. So what did I say? Basically, I just asked like, are you good? Whatever. She sends a picture of her in the hospital with tubes in her arm.
When you go in the ER, they really do just stick an IV in you without even asking. Yeah.
You send me that picture. Immediately, that same minute, I say, what the fuck? What happened? 3 hours pass. I say, hello? Are you good? You said, and everyone, this is why I want to kill her. Okay. She said, define good. I said, how about you just tell me why you're in the hospital first? You said, do you really want the truth?
I love the drama.
I said, yes, please. You said, I don't think you do.
I mean, I don't. At that point, I remembered our conversation from 2 weeks prior or a day prior.
I said, why are you making me pull teeth? Because you know I worry. You said, I'm afraid you're going to be mad at me, but I'm genuinely just scared. Now I know. Now I know.
Because of the conversation we just had.
Yeah. I said, are you going to tell me? Even if I was mad, who cares? You said, I'm pregnant. And I said, I figured. So, like, it wasn't, like, a cute...
No, we had no cute thing. When it comes to finding out, that's pretty much it, other than the fact that I called around to OBs for days trying to get an appointment, and all but one, which ended up being the best one, which is who my current OB is going to be, told me that the earliest they could get me in was the end of September for my first appointment. Keep in mind,
You'll be a grandmother by then.
I would be like 20-something weeks pregnant.
Like,
I'm like, well, what do you mean? They're like, yeah, that's normal. That's standard. I'm like, I don't think it is. I learned that being sick while you're pregnant sucks because you can't take any medicine.
yeah.
Your symptoms of being sick are way worse because you have 40% more blood, which is also my excuse for being so bloated. I think that's what I'm going to use.
This has been such a huge part of your life. It's consumed all of your time, all of your energy. So that's been a huge reason for your absence. You've been way less present online because it's so hard to keep the secret.
I'm lying.
It's so hard to keep the secret.
Yeah.
So
I get why you're not supposed to say anything until you're 12 weeks because there is such a high chance of miscarrying and like just have to tell so many people then. Like I just wouldn't want to have to explain it to that many people. I told my family and like my friends, like my close friends, but it has been more of physically, it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful. It sucks, but I'm so grateful on the other hand because just a couple months ago I was told I was pretty much infertile. Like I wasn't going to be able to have kids or at least not without having to go through like extensive rounds of IVF. And so also finding out I was pregnant was a big shocker. And even when they were like looking at my ultrasounds and stuff that I've had since then, they have in the nicest, most professional way, like have said, we don't know how you're pregnant. Like your ovaries are so bad. People have made it very clear to me that it is, I mean, I don't know a different word other than like a miracle that you're pregnant.
Yeah.
And so I'm grateful in that aspect because I've always thought that when it comes to having a baby, I was going to have to do IVF. It was going to be like lots of tears and disappointment and being mad at my body for not being able to do something. Like I could make a whole video just about like symptoms I didn't know were like that would happen when you're pregnant.
Yeah.
I knew the obvious one, like you get nauseous, but it's not like you wake up and you're nauseous. And I mean, for some people, I'm sure that's the case, but it's like you wake up and you're nauseous the entire day for weeks.
Yeah.
And weeks. I'm a wimp. I've always said this. I have a bad pain tolerance. I am just such a complainer. So to not be able to publicly complain.
You?
Really? What? Like I complain about everything. And so the fact that I haven't been able to publicly just like share my complaints has been annoying, but I have processed it. Obviously, like it's a real thing that's happening, but
A lot of people, when they have babies, they plan for it. They try for it. Yours, it kind of just happened, and you have been mentally processing it. You were sick for a really long time because you couldn't take medicine. It's been hard on you, like with the hospital, everything. Plus, you put your whole entire life online, so it's like you feel like you're living a lie.
The opinions are going to be crazy.
Your whole entire job is posting your life online. Very grateful, love it, but it's hard because you're very real with everyone, so it's hard to keep this from people. So that's why, like,
being able to say stuff and talk about it, it's gonna be really nice. I feel like it'll bring a community in that I don't have right now. Mm-hmm. I mean, first of all, everybody's pregnant.
Yeah.
I don't know what they put in the water in May and June, but it got everybody knocked up. I'm due in February of 2025, which also means that my baby will be one of the first babies of Generation Beta.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Because Generation Alpha ends at the end of 2024. 2025 is Generation Beta, which I don't know how I feel about it. I'm happy that they're not going to be in Gen Alpha because Gen Alpha is genuinely terrifying.
You're going to have a little beta baby.
I know, I don't like that. I like that they're not going to be in Gen Alpha because the things they're coming up with, like skippity toilet or whatever, is just ridiculous for their slang words.
Oh, skibbity. What is that?
Toilet. I don't know.
Okay, so guys, there's a new slang. I saw like
it's bad.
The slang of like the youngins. I don't think anyone from that generation watches this, so we're all in the same boat here. Everyone, relax. But they say like skibbity, like that skibbity
toilet.
Toilet?
No, the whole statement is skibbity toilet. When we were at Disney, me and Gabby were walking, and I forget what the kid came up to us and said, but she came up and told us that our something on us was like fancilicious, something illicous, and then we're like, huh? What does that mean? And she goes,
No.
And I'm like, what is happening, Gabby?
I would have called for a medic.
We were so confused, and her older sister just goes and kept walking. Like she's like, I don't know.
See,
I don't. No, here's the issue. These are the kids that have never touched grass. They've never played outside.
Yes.
They have stared at iPads
she was probably like twitching because her iPad wasn't in her hand.
Like, that can't happen. I don't know how people raise kids without technologies these days. Like I'm sorry, my kid's going to have technology, but they are also going to play outside.
Yeah. When I found out, I think it's hilarious that you thought I was going to be mad, number one. But I get it. Because
I knew you weren't going to like
Well, I get it because 2 weeks ago I was like, you better not.
But also it's just like I feel like go through phases where we feel like we have everything together and then it just falls apart again. And with our job, it's also can be like a scary transition of like, oh, we're not going to be able to just like pick up and go as quickly as we could before.
Yeah.
But also like Mama Kelly is a call away. And everything will also not be about being pregnant. I'm so excited for the first trimester. It's just like, it is so consuming of your life because you feel so shitty and like I don't feel like myself. I am extremely bloated. Mentally, I think I felt kind of guilty for being a little bit, not upset, but just like sad that that it was happening. Like initially, like that was my reaction because one of the main reasons I've lost weight is to be a good parent one day.
Yeah.
Like I want to be a mom that can be active in her kids' lives. And like if they want to go to the amusement park, I can go with them and ride the rides with them. If they want to like go on a family bike ride, I can do that. And it's not like a miserable thing for me to have to do. And I obviously would have loved to lose like a little bit more weight before getting pregnant. And a part of me I think was also scared because I'm finally comfortable in my body again. And I'm finally in a place where like, I just don't feel disgusting. I didn't hate like the way that I looked. And all of a sudden you get pregnant. And even though like I'm very much aware that like being plus size and pregnant, you do not have to gain a ton of weight. And I'm doing my absolute best. This first trimester is hard because like I'm so nauseous that like anything I'm willing to eat at any point, I'll just eat it because it's that or I vomit.
Yeah.
But I am trying to like be really like cautious of like my protein that I'm getting and like trying to choose better foods because like I don't want to be giving my kid inside of me French fries 24/7. Like, I mean, I would love to be, but I know that I have the ability to not like lose all of my progress just because I got pregnant. Like my doctor said that, God bless him, he was so scared to say the words like, because it is a high risk pregnancy for multiple reasons, but one of them being that I'm obese. And that is such a sensitive word to say around big people. And
not for
not
We
for
Fit.
me.
Not for We Fit.
They will fucking tell you.
We Fit used to spit on me and tell me I'm obese.
I think my trauma started with We Fit.
Same. No, literally, I used to get on We Fit and it would spit on me.
I know. It would tell me to get off. It would like just...
Get off. Next.
Like, nah. We can't help her.
That is where my trauma started.
No, I did not even remember that fucking white scale.
Yes.
No, that's...
What was that?
I don't know. It was really fucked up is what it was. Oh, but he was like so scared to tell me that one of the reasons I'm high risk is because of my weight. And I'm like, it's fine. Like, I get it. I was like, he asked me because he knew that I had told him that I had lost weight. And like all of my blood work is beautiful. Like my heart rates or my blood pressure is great. And he goes like, your body obviously is a lot healthier than it was because it got pregnant. And he'd asked me like what I weighed a year ago, and I said 315. When I went in for my appointment, I was like 220 something, and he was like, I know he cleared me to work out, which is great. I couldn't work out for like most of the beginning because I just didn't know yet. He told me that technically you're supposed to still gain weight, but it's only like 11 to 20 pounds, which is pretty much just the baby and like the fluid and whatever. And like, I'm not going to try and go crazy and try to like get like, because I feel like I'm in a good space with food. I worked really hard over the past year for food to not control my every thought anymore. So like, I don't want to have to like say no to going out to dinner and overanalyze everything. But I also, when it comes time to like giving birth and having a baby, would love to not have to be like starting over my journey again. Because it defeated the whole purpose of losing weight.
You could always go back on it for a little, right?
Yeah, I don't know if you can while you breastfeed or not. The thing that I'm struggling with mentally right now is like my weight has not changed that much at all. It does vary greatly day to day, which has been kind of fun to watch my body retain and let go of water. So like the bloating is crazy.
Yeah.
But the way that like my brain has already like switched to telling myself that like I have gained 1,000 pounds and like the difference in just like feeling, I think right now it's like the size of like a lime. So it's taking up more space, but like your uterus like quadruples in size or something.
When Sam was in Disney, obviously there were a lot of videos of her like taking shots and having drinks and stuff.
Yeah.
But what you guys didn't see, obviously, that I would cut out is she would pour water in her shot
Yeah, it was
glass.
just water shot.
And then she would take the shot and like make like, if you go watch her TikToks back, you'll see her like making like horrible faces. It was just water.
I feel a little bit better knowing how many like people that I have. Like I definitely have a village that's ready to like help me learn how to take care of a baby. 'Cause, like Gerald's family is so loving. Like they're so excited.
I will hold the baby once the neck is strong enough because I get really nervous. I pet it until then, usually. So Samantha did the sneak peek thing. I'm only going to tell my part of this. And I was so honored that I was going to be the one to find out the gender of the baby. And boy, was I, because I was the one who found out the gender of the baby.
You did know first before
they
anybody
emailed me.
else.
I filmed a whole video of me finding out.
Yeah.
And did I send it to you?
No, not yet. Oh, you showed me. No.
No. I put on the color that I thought it was going to be. I filmed it very cute. I mean, maybe, well, we can't insert it here, but eventually we'll show them. The very next day,
I was so mad.
Sam went to the doctor and the nurse was like, oh, you're having a, and just told her. And like, she didn't even get that special.
I know. I was like, oh.
This is off topic for a sec. I would love for there to be a place where you could go and they scrub you.
That's crazy. You can. A nursing home.
Sign me up. No, listen.
Give you a sponge
okay,
bath.
because they have stretch labs, right? So, like, you know, they have workout class. They also have stretch labs because I always need to be stretched. And I think I'm going to go to a stretch lab where they stretch you, like your leg. But in the shower, sometimes, like when my back is out or I'm like, it would be so nice if someone could just scrub my ankles right now.
You would never let anybody do that. Let's just be real.
Yeah, I would never. But the option would be really nice.
Yeah. You wouldn't let Zach scrub you.
Hell no.
Exactly.
But imagine I could wear like a bathing suit and a shirt and someone could just scrub my calves and my ankle and I could just sit.
Will simply be like, Journal. And I'll hand him the shampoo bottle and he knows to wash my hair.
You're in the shower together?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, yeah, I guess
Zach does
cat's
not
out the
do
bag. We get intimate.
You could be the Virgin Mary.
I'm not.
Okay.
I was telling everybody that I was pregnant, right? I was getting cute little reaction videos from my family, from my friends. I recorded me telling Gabby at Disney.
Okay.
And she was her reaction's hilarious because I had told her, like, I was late showing up to Disney because I had an appointment that morning. And I was like, it's a really important appointment. I can't miss it. She said she started to spiral because I had been talking about my hair was falling out. And now I have a doctor's appointment that I can't miss. And she was prepared for me to tell her I have cancer.
Oh.
And she was like really like mentally preparing for that. And so like when I put the camera up and I was like, I was going to try and find a cute way to tell you this. And she's like, I just started to be like, what do you mean? Like, why would that be cute? Why would you be trying to find a cute way to tell me you have cancer? Like in her head, that's what she's thinking. Yeah. And then I like told her and she just sat there and like her reaction because like knowing that watching it, knowing that her brain is saying she's going to tell me she has cancer is hilarious because she like just wasn't processing. I told my sister. She sent me her video back. And so I watch it and her response is just, me too. And I call her back. I'm like, you're kidding. Haha, very funny. She's like, no, actually, we weren't trying. My sister has 3 kids, if you guys did not know. So my sister's pregnant. She's only 2 weeks ahead of me. She's due like the first or second week of February, and I'm due at the end of February.
So could your gender, like what we know of it, be wrong?
Yeah.
So when do we find out for sure?
20 weeks.
You guys, comment down below, boy or girl.
Let us know.
What does this mean for the future of Samantha Joe LLC?
Honestly, I've talked to quite a few people about it. Even like Gerald's mom asked me the other day, like, what do I plan on like showing and like sharing? And I have said this well before I even knew that I was gonna have a baby this soon. Like I said, I always wanted kids, but it was like in like 3 or 4 or 5 years from now in my head, like 29. Like in my head, I will not be like showing my kid's face online.
Oh, so it's going to be very like kind of like Trisha, how like everyone knows of the baby and like it's kind of like in the background of her TikToks and her story, but like not.
Yeah. Yes. To me, like my channel and my social media has always been about me and like my journey in my life. And obviously this is going to be a big change in all of that and a big part of my life. And I'm sure like, I'm not going to say I'm not going to make any content like about like I guess what I'm trying to say is it'll be like, here's my journey on learning how to be a mom. Like, this is me, like, entering this new phase and like season of my life. It's not going to be like, look what my kid did today, or, you know what I mean, like sharing personal things about them that I don't think that should be online. I also know there's a lot of scary people online, and I want to protect them from that. I've been lucky enough to have a career revolve around me and myself, and it's going to continue that way.
As a viewer, I think that's really comforting because I obviously watch mostly girl influencers, and when some of the ones that have had babies and they just completely changed everything to the baby, I lost interest. Now, I know I can't really talk for girls who watch because girls can relate. I couldn't, and like, I think a lot of people will find comfort that the nostalgia will carry on of your videos. Like, you will continue to post the same stuff. You'll just be a mom now.
I think that I can still show life without like I said, just like putting the camera like on a baby's face. Like, I don't need to make money off of them. Like, I can make money off myself. Like, I can have my career be just the same. Well, I take a little bit of time off. Yeah. Very grateful with Gerald's job. He actually gets like a good chunk of paternity leave, which a lot of dads don't get. I'll definitely share more of like my pregnancy journey than I will like exactly everything that's happening when it comes to being a mom, just because like that's happening to me. That's my journey, versus like I'll share the things that are necessary that I think that like I might need help and advice on, like breastfeeding and like things like where I just need stuff. But like, I don't become less important just because I'm a mom. Like, who I am, I'm still an individual.
And that's where a lot of like postpartum stuff comes in too, right? So that's good. And I think also nothing that you do share about being mom is going to require the baby space.
No, yeah.
So like, you're good.
And obviously, and I told my mom about that because that's not like something my sister is super like strict on. And maybe had this happened when all I had was YouTube and it was still a smaller platform, I might have felt a little differently about it. I have like 5 million people now, and that's just a lot to expose such like a little innocent human to. I'm sure that it will annoy some people because people just feel like they're entitled to know these things and see these things. I just know so many of my friends that are influencers have done it in such a great way where it's just like I'm watching them be a mom. I'm not watching their kid be a kid.
I do know a lot of you guys are going to have questions. So also, if you have questions, leave them in the comments.
Yeah, I'm good to talk about it.
Yeah.
I just do not want my whole existence to just become about being a mom. Like, I still want to be my own individual, but I also know that because I am a first-time mom, I have absolutely no idea how to keep a baby alive.
Yeah.
I mean, I do, but like... there are certain things that like I don't know that like, oh wait, you're not supposed to do that. Like, I have so much to learn and like so much to just ingest. If anything, getting pregnant has taught me it's how long you're pregnant for. February,
that's crazy.
And people keep asking me about Vlogmas.
Oh, what's in store for Vlogmas?
I know, I don't know. I really don't. I don't know how I'm gonna feel at that point. If I do Vlogmas, it's definitely gonna be with like you and Kaylee's help.
You did say doo-doo.
Interesting. The second I got pregnant, baby poop doesn't gross me out anymore. And like on the plane ride home from Cabo, there was this baby that was just like uncontrollably crying. And at first I had my normal reaction of like, how do you not slam that baby into the wall of the plane ride? No, but listen.
We're kidding.
Well, yes, obviously not literally, but like, how do you not get frustrated, right?
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden there was this other little like, that was like, oh my gosh, its ears probably hurt. It doesn't know how to pop them on the way down. Like, it doesn't know how to like equal them out. And I'm like, who's that bitch?
Yeah.
But now it makes sense.
Who's that voice?
And like, when I was waiting for my bag on that trip, this girl came up to me and to say hi, and she had the cutest little boy, like maybe like 2 years old or something. And he was so like a friendly one.
Yeah.
That was like not like afraid of people. He was like very smiley.
Oh, cute.
And I was just like, oh my God, for like in that moment, I was like, oh my God, I need one.
Yeah.
Not knowing that the hormones were already racing through my body.
I think it's important for everyone to realize we're still the same people. We still make jokes. We still make funny jokes. And if anyone is going to have a nasty opinion about this, you're not part of the family.
I also understand that like the idea of me having a baby is terrifying.
Yeah.
But also for some reason, and I've talked about this in some of the videos that I filmed but haven't posted, I feel like everything happens for a reason, obviously. And for some reason, since moving into this house, that's when I transitioned into like, I I feel like I'm not in my girl boss era anymore. I all of a sudden was like so into like the peace that like being a homemaker brings, like just cooking meals and crocheting, and like all of a sudden I like slowed down a lot and like realized like that's what makes me happy. And I feel like that was like definitely preparing me for like this era.
Have you thought about next Mother's Day yet?
No, I don't want to think about it. Can't think about birth either. I want to cry. I also cry all the time. My vagina's not made for that.
Oh, she just has the tightest little pussy ever.
Well, no. I just think that like I'm such a wimp. Like my mom sat and laughed when she found out after she cried, but like then she started laughing because she was just thinking about me giving birth.
Have we thought more about where this is going to be?
I can see us moving to like South Carolina maybe. I never wanted to raise a kid in Florida. Gerald has a lot more family over there. I have family over there. I'm not saying we're up and moving. Like, I don't know that, but.
Yay. Should I talk about the Brooke thing?
The amount of videos I have been tagged.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Of
That's
people
my
being
fault.
like, can you show this to Andrew? Or like, does Andrew see this? Are these the people you and Andrew love so much?
Yes, it was. Unfortunately. Okay, I want to talk on the Brooke thing. No, I don't want to talk on the Brooke thing, especially in Sam's pregnancy announcement episode, but I've never been bombarded like this on every platform I have. What's annoying is I'm seeing so many white people bombard me with speak on this, when like, what do you care? Like, this is about the black people, number one. And I have had conversations with some of my black followers who have DM'd me. Of course, I'm going to answer them because it directly affects them. Yeah. So it's really rubbing me the wrong way because the people who are being nasty to me are white people. Yes. And they're saying, oh, what do you think of your precious little Brooke? Like, first of all, why are you wording it like that? As if I knew she did this.
Like, it's if it's your fault.
We all loved Brooke. Like,
yeah, that is true.
We all loved her. That. And yes, I talked about it every episode. Do I support anything she tweeted?
Oh, yeah, no.
Absolutely not. Why do I even have to say that? Of course, I do not support anything racist at all. Those were racist. That's point
people
blank.
Are also treating you like you said it.
Yes. I do not support racism at all. And I don't even know why I even have to say that right now. But of course, I do not support that. I don't support her tweets, anything like that. I had conversations with some of my black followers in my DMs, and it was very nice. Like, I was asking how they feel and their opinions on it. And we had a really nice conversation about it. And I just want you guys to know, I have talked about Brooke almost every episode, and I do not support racism at all.
Yeah, I know. I've seen a lot of like the comments. I didn't know anything about the situation. I didn't know that these were tweets that had been brought up before. I didn't know anything. I had just saw like getting tagged saying like, let Andrew know. And you don't have to love this person and like forgive them or continue to watch their content anymore, but also like continuing the hate doesn't help anything. And the people that are like pitchforking people down are people that it's not like it's not your apology to accept.
And it's overshadowing black people.
It's not my place to accept Brooke's apology. I think I kind of get a little extra defensive, especially maybe now, because like I am going to have a baby that is half black.
Yeah.
And like it is my job to protect them. And even just being in an interracial relationship, I've just like seen the prejudices and like experienced people being like racist towards us. And so like that kind of stuff really does make me sad. It's also, like I said, it's not my apology to accept. I've seen white people telling black people that they're wrong for accepting her apology. I'm like, that's not your place to say that. It's also not your place to tell a black person that they're wrong for not accepting her apology.
I would love to think Brooke is not like that anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know her in person.
But I don't know her.
Yeah.
I would love to think she's not like that anymore. And she's grown, just as like so many people I know, people in my family, people, friends. I would hope she has, but I don't know her.
When he was on his way over here, I'm like, I had just seen another one of her TikToks come up on my page, and it was her being like, I'm so sorry I liked the Donald Trump TikTok
today.
And I'm like,
why did you do that?
No, I'm just like, I mean, at this point, no brain. Like, what do you mean?
Sam's pregnant.
Yeah, that's so weird.
You're a mom.
Some people might say that. I don't. Not until it comes out.
We should just say you're a virgin. Virgin Mary.
Is that treason?
Treason? What a new journey. What a new journey. You're going to be the best mom.
Thanks.
You are. No, you are. It's a lot to look at right now and be like overwhelmed, but it's one day at a time, and you're going to be so good because you care so much and you're very loving.
I know, which is also like, I love myself. So like, I've always been afraid that like, or people will be like, oh my gosh, you just love something so much. It's like hard to imagine. It's like, it is hard to imagine loving something enough that like, you're always going to have to put it before you. But you gladly always put it before you.
Think of Duncan. I would pick up my dog shit with my teeth. Like, I love them so much.
It's still so gross to me though. Maybe like once I can feel them in there, it'll feel a little more real.
There's one thing I care about.
Huh.
The next Tarte trip. Maureen.
And I will say this, but you just can't plan the trip for March, Maureen. Maureen, it's now or never.
Maureen, please.
Get planning or wait till next summer.
Yeah, and I'll be skinny by then.
It's, 80% or it's 20% gym, 80% kitchen. So.
And like 40% Adderall.
Oh, wow.
Which I'm out of.
Well,
clearly.
Sorry to drop that bomb on you folks. Things are changing around here.
We love you guys, boy or girl, gay or not.
I will love them regardless.
Bye. See you next week.
Bye.